starting my first interview off with Sunny. Sunny from OmniCo. Hello, how are you?
Very nice to meet you, Jerry.
Very nice to meet you too. Now, when we talk about AI, we also talk about text and conversational analytics. And OmniCo is at the forefront of that, and you've managed to leverage AI in such a way that you're actually helping people. People say, oh, AI can save you money, but you're actually making people money with AI. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely, and you said that very well. AI means a lot of things to different people. Essentially, we focus on a very niche aspect of artificial intelligence, which is the ability to understand meaning from written text. So think of like the human brain. As you and I are talking right now, you're interpreting what I'm saying and you're subliminally creating a meaning graph of our narrative. And that's the kind of technology we've created within OmniCo, is that we have a system which, just like a human brain, can understand meaning from written content. And by written content, I mean emails, text messages, social media, documents, research paper. So using this capability, we have developed two applications that are at the forefront of automating sales, marketing, and service. One of the applications, which we call OmniIQ, and by the way, OmniQo is a play on the words intelligence quotient.
Okay.
IQO, intelligence quotient, Omni is omnipresent.
Sure.
So using this capability, we've developed sales virtual assistant. We call her Samantha.
Okay.
And Samantha is your entry-level sales assistant that interacts with your leads, your prospects, your customers, incoming requests, and she takes over the rudimentary, repetitive, mundane tasks that we, as human beings, have kind of inherited with the information age. A lot of emails, a lot of text messages, inbound communication coming in from leads and prospects from our websites. So she takes over all of the repetitive tasks and communicates with your prospects until such time that she finds a prospect that is qualified, ready to engage with the business, and then she connects them with a live human being or a live salesperson. So that's how we save, not only save money, but also actually help make money in the sales.
Well, right, because, for every one sale, there's, that we've all heard the different statistics that people throw around, 100 to 1 rule. So if you can have someone working 24 hours a day while you're sleeping, weeding through those hundreds, then you, as the salesperson, get to use your expertise on a pre-qualified lead. So basically, you've used artificial intelligence to give me hot leads.
Absolutely.
Great.
And just to kind of quote some of the benchmarks in the industry, and this is done by Harvard Business Review and Gartner's, sales individuals, and for that matter, even in service, spend about 60% of their time on non-value-add, low-touch activities, communicating by email, setting up appointments, gauging intent. And if you look at the average conversion ratio of incoming leads to what converts to an opportunity on an order, that ratio is pretty humble, as a matter of fact. We see that ratio being around, give or take, 10 to 12%. The industry calls it the MQL to SQL conversion, marketing qualified lead to sales qualified lead. Using our technology, Samantha, she takes over the menial tasks of prospecting, and we are able to get that conversion ratio from 12% to 30%.
Really?
Now imagine in your pipeline, if you can more than double or triple the qualified leads in your pipeline, you can most probably double or triple your revenue and close rate.
Yeah. Are you finding, you've been around for 2 years, correct?
Correct. The application that we've launched has been around 2 years, although the technology, I must say, has been in development for the last 12 years. The technology was developed under the auspices of a government-sponsored study called CMU, Conference of Message Understanding. It was sponsored by the agency DARPA. It's the same agency that sponsored the internet in the 60s.
Sure.
And from this study came out a number of NLP solutions. Our initial founders focused on that. They perfected the technology. We, in this realm, compete with Watson, IBM Watson. And we believe that we have a very differentiated IP because our ability to understand language and content from emails has been perfected on a variety of sources. So it's not just proper grammar. You can have slangs. You can have LOL or LMAOs on your email, and our Samantha will be able to interpret all that.
Let me ask you this. Let's say someone is really out there with their syntax. They send you an email, "Sup, brah, wondering about the stuff." Is Samantha going to kick it to a live person going, "Hey, hands up, I don't know what's going on"? What's going to happen?
Absolutely. Samantha learns over a period of time, and when she encounters a curveball,
Right.
You can tone her to a passive level. She will then pass it on to her boss, which is a live person, to say, "How do you want me to deal with this?" And then the boss can instruct her, when you get something like this in the future, go ahead and respond positively or negatively, however you want to tune her.
Who here now have people in the commercial real estate space been using it, and if so, regardless, who needs to be using it?
Absolutely. So I'll answer your second question first. First of all, any business that has inbound leads, communicates with your customers via email, SMS, text messages, will get a great deal of value from day one. We can turn up the solution within 24 hours. No training required, no machine learning. So that's the secret sauce we have vis-a-vis some of the other solutions out there. You get value from day one. It's about 88% accurate in terms of its interpretive capability. And to your second question, we have about 7 realtors who are using this capability today. I have permission to talk about one of them.
Yeah.
It's a company called Nash Apartments. They are the second largest apartment location agency in Nashville. They have hired Hannah. They call her Hannah. Hannah is their top performing broker. She communicates with people looking for properties, looking to move into a 2-bedroom apartment. She will ask them about how's your credit history, what neighborhood, what's your time frame for moving, what kind of lease you're looking at. And she goes back and forth, qualifies them, and then she connects them with a broker. And yes, so we do have about 8 in the real estate
questions.
industry.
One, is there anywhere in the email body that says, "Hannah, your virtual..." No, it is indistinguishable.
She is, yeah.
And do companies take a look at the interactions that Hannah's having with people and go, "You know what, we can tweak how she's saying this. We can ongoingly make the language more and more appropriate"?
Yes, Jerry. So that's part and parcel of the solution that we offer. So if you've got a very specific purpose or a specific need, you can definitely tune her. You can train her. You can have her only address certain aspects of the communication. So yes, all of those are possible. Yes.
What happens when someone goes to the broker? That Hannah, she's terrific. I really enjoyed talking to her. Do they reveal the secret, or do they? What do you train people to say?
So far, there has been only one instance where someone has asked her out on a date. In which case she politely declined because that's how she was
Have you got that programmed in,
yes,
the subroutine?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So first of all, every communication that she has, it's secure communication. It's all stored centrally. The managers have complete access to it.
Right.
But it's all centralized. You can manage every interaction that she's having. So it's in your control. So what I like to tell people about an emerging capability like this is AI is not a replacement for human interaction. It's actually an augmentation. That's number one. And number two, AI helps with productivity, but it will never, at least in the foreseeable future, take over the warmth of human communication.
Right. Well, I am fascinated. If people want to keep up with you, I'm assuming OmniCo.com. Is there any other way that they can stay on the edge of what you're doing?
Absolutely. That's definitely OmniCo.com.
Yeah.
And that's the classic traditional way of getting to know the business. You can also talk to Samantha directly on our website, and she'll be happy to interact with you.
I'll ask her out on a date.
Right.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Sonny.
Jerry.